Hi, thank you for joining me for this review of this Eachine StackX F4 Flytower, supplied courtesy of Banggood.com. And this is basically a pre-assembled setup to build your own quad. So in the middle here we've got a F4 FC flight controller board with built-in VTX and OSD, and the VTX is a 50 and 200 milliwatt 40 channel VTX. On the top here we've got a 1080p DVR that can record at 60 frames per second, and here's the SD card for it. And on the bottom we've got 4-in-1 35 amp D-Shot 600 ESCs with a 40 amp burst. And then also with this we get this 130 degree field of view CMOS camera. A little bit of a long camera. We get a very good instruction manual giving us all the details and the breakdowns and the diagrams. So this is really useful to have and very good to see. You know, when you want to do a build with all this information in one place. Even gives the Betaflight configurations and settings. And this FC comes with Betaflight 3.2 Fish Drone F4, and this can be upgraded to Betaflight 3.3.3. This can also take a 2 to 6 cell LiPo. We get 14A WG wire that comes with it. Get an XT60 connector, spare standoffs, but these standoffs are actually shorter than the standoffs that are currently on here, so we can actually reduce the height of the tower, because as you can see there is quite a bit of space on here already. We get an RP SMA and also SMA antenna pigtails, which is good, so you have a choice, and just a bit of protective wire covering. And let's just have a look at the measurements. So the height without the shorter standoffs, we're looking at 30 millimeters. The width, do it over here, about just over 41 millimeters. And should basically be this way too. If we take the plugs and the connectors, 42 millimeters. And this camera length is 35 millimeters. By 22 millimeters wide. And call it 24 millimeters high. And if we look at the weight together with the camera, this comes in at only 50 grams, which is good. So this should be a good performing setup, and one of the biggest challenges with this is trying to find a frame because I'm going to make gripe now, and I'm also going to gripe when I review the frame. When you look for frames, they don't really tell you how much space is available on the frame to fit a tower like this into, and that is really quite an important aspect, so it does make it difficult. The length of this camera also does not make it easy, so I've decided to go with a real AC XS 220 frame, although this is actually a 250mm frame. I'm going to be using these AOK Fly RV 2306 2400 kV motors. I'm also going to be trying it with these Delprop Cyclone T5046C props, which sort of match this nice green color. And because I've got a combination of green and purple, I'm going to call this build a green Mamba, after the very lethal green Mamba snake, which is about this color. And hopefully this will be lethal in the air. I'll also be fitting it with this new Fly Finder buzzer and testing this. And this is basically a buzzer that has a little battery on. So in the event that the battery gets disconnected in a crash or for any other reason, this buzzer will still sound an alarm that can help you find it. So I'll be doing this green Mamba build in parts, and this is part 1 finished, just giving you an overview of the Flytower and camera, and then I'll do several parts where we assemble the frame and fit this to the frame, fit the motors, connect up the ESCs, etc. So hope you look forward to watching and sharing this build with me as much as I'm looking forward to it.